Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to BlueSync on Thursday, August 13th. We have our special guest host, Jason Kripe. So thanks for joining us today, Jason. He is going to show us a pretty handy dandy tool that Gemini can be used for to make all of our lives easier. So Jason, I'll let you have the floor.
Thank you. And of course, the landscaping people are outside. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. It's got the leaf blower going right now, but
Never fails. But no, we can't hear it. You're coming through loud
good.
and
Let me share my screen here. All right, so this should actually be a pretty quick one. I'd hope to make you guys one of the Gemini gems for this, but what I learned is the functionality between just the regular chat box, which is what we're looking at here, and the gems is a little bit different. So what I did for this, and let me open up the spreadsheet here. So Carrie had sent me just an example to play with to kind of help create this. So our goal for this project is to take this spreadsheet here that's opening. And we're looking for the column headers, right, that we're going to use to create a label. There we go. All right. So what this prompt is going to do, and I'll share this with you all, is it's going to take all the relevant information that you would use for a label, excuse me. So you got first name, last name, and property address. And then it's going to ignore the rest of it, right? So it's going to look for these particular column headers up here. So all we have to do with this is, let's minimize that a second and get back to Gemini. So I have this saved out here on our prompt library, and just so that you're aware of how to get there, we'll start over with that and just go to Schmidt Resources. And we're going to drop down here to the technology square. And then jump over to AI training and resources. So right here, the second square, this is where we have all of our prompts saved. And we have a new one down here. I think it's, number 26. It's called Avery 5160 Labels. So if you click on that, it should take you right to it. So all you have to do is copy and paste this. Copy it under the section called the prompt. So that's the important part. And then we're going to go back over here to Gemini. We're going to paste it right in here. Right. Now it does say here, insert exact file name. You don't have to do this, right? Because if you click the plus button here and go to upload files, and where's our label? Right here. So we're looking at this Midtown Condos Excel file. And you could do this with, it doesn't have to be Excel file. Maybe you've got a Google Sheet or something in the PDF. As long as it can identify the pertinent information, you're going to be good to use this. All right, so we've got our file, we've got our prompt, and I'm just going to get rid of that. There, we'll just say using the attached file. So we'll just leave it like that. You don't have to know what this Python tool is. This is something that Gemini does in the background. The important part is it's going to create a downloadable link PDF for you so that you can use that to print your labels. So we're going to go ahead and hit go. And might take a second. But the reason why we're using this chat box versus Gems is, for some reason, Gems is like a little bit behind what the chat box or the current version is, right? So it doesn't actually allow you to use, or it doesn't provide a format, a PDF format as an extract. Looks like it's still thinking there. There we go. All right, and the one other thing I want to keep in mind here is it gives you some guidance here for when you go to print this. So when you go to print this file, be sure your printer scaling is set to actual size or 100%. So that makes sure the it matches exactly kind of what that Avery 5160 label looks like, and it will print accurately. So here is our extract. So there's our labels. We should have about just over 2 pages worth. So you can click either the print button here and print these, or you could save it as a PDF if you're going to print it later. And that's one way to get around. I know we don't use Excel, we use the Google Business Suite. So last tip I will show you on this is, let's go to, since it's kind of a quick tutorial, we got a few minutes here, I'll show you one other thing. So I went to the Google Sheets, and I'm going to go to, let's go to, we'll go to blank spreadsheet. And we'll go import. So what we're going to do here is we're going to upload this. So maybe if you don't have Excel on your computer, one way to get around this, right, is to go to Google Sheets, open a blank spreadsheet, click the file button, go import, and then we're going to click on this upload button here, and we're going to drag these in. Then you can change if you need to edit or change any data. Like maybe you've got some names like that are really long that aren't going to display correctly on the label. You can change those. Once you're done there, what I would do to get it back into a format that you can use with that prompt is go download. And you can download it as a CSV. Now you may not be able to open the CSV since you don't have Excel, but you can download it and drop it into Google Gemini in that format. Does that make sense to everybody? Any questions on that?
Excellent, Jason. We'll pause here to see if anybody has any questions. But it really is a great workaround since we aren't providing Excel, and it is one of the it's very minimal things Google can't do, but it is one of them is to create labels with sheets and docs. So this is the workaround, and you can see just how quickly those labels were created using Gemini. And Jason did all the work for us. You just copy and paste that prompt, and you'll be good to go to make labels. So what questions do you guys have?
So this also works great with if you're helping agents with labels straight from Moxie, because it will download it as a CSV file. So you can take that CSV file and do what we just showed you this morning and help agents create those labels.
Excellent timing for the holidays. If your agents are doing Christmas cards for their clientele base, highly recommend using that Moxie export and using Gemini to make those labels for them. Well, Jason, thank you so much for your time today. We truly appreciate it. If you guys have any questions after the fact, don't hesitate to reach out to myself or to Jason, and we appreciate your time this morning. Bye now.
Thanks for having me. Have a good day.